What's up with it, gang? What's up with it? What's up with it? We back with another rendition of Man Look the Talk Show in association with Ridin Hot Podcast. And we have to double back on y'all one goddamn time for the
Man,
one
look.
time. With my boy Loudmouf,
Man, look.
Mr. John Delano, man.
Trill.
Yes, sir.
Man, look.
The coldest ad-lib in the motherfucking city.
Trill.
Yeah, man. Other day that I was invited to his podcast, man. Trill Talk, the talk show, man, the podcast, man, and we're all in association with the Ridin Hot platform, man. And the brother got an opportunity to ask me some few things, and like I've been wanting to be on that podcast, I've also been wanting him to be on here, man. So it's only right that we double back on y'all for the one time. And not just that, man. This is how in the podcasting game it should go, especially here in Corpus Christi, man. One thing I like about the podcast community, man, is that like we all show each other love. You know what I'm saying? Like super love. Like you'll always catch me tagging, Fat Man the Boss because he podcasts in Corpus Christi the Originals podcast because them brothers show us a lot of love, man. So let's always keep in mind, man, that this is a Corpus Christi thing, so it should always be a team effort when it comes to this podcasting, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's not leave no soldiers behind. You feel me? We ain't gonna leave no motherfucking soldiers behind. We're gonna jump on these things. We're gonna do our thing, and we're gonna say what we need to say, hear what we need to hear, and get whatever message we need to get, man.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's crazy that you said that because that's exactly what I was thinking. First of all, too, shout out to ATN Ray and DJ Fame, man, for tapping in early.
Most definitely.
Well, I was thinking about this earlier. This new wave of the podcast game reminds me of the way that the rap game was in the city early on when it was still minimal.
Yeah.
It wasn't cool to do it yet. It took a lot of work, so people were kind of weary of it, and they didn't really flock to it the way that they do now. So it was reminding me of that. And I remember early on, it was real competitive. My stupid ass was. Instead of wanting to collaborate or let's just say, instead of putting the extra effort in to try to catch more flies with honey as opposed to vinegar.
Yeah, most definitely.
I took a different approach. So now that I'm in this podcast game, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get the opportunity to redo that part of my life. And I'm going to try to collaborate with everybody. Because like I said, dog, now I'm about building up. I did too much tearing down. I did too much destructive shit. I'm not even interested in that anymore, bro.
Facts,
so
facts.
That's not even a part of really, who I am or who I'm destined to be. So, that was me operating at a lower vibration. I did it well, I'll say that. But it's time to level up, dog. And I appreciate you having me on. And it's all of a big movement, baby. Big movement, and we're trying to just create something widespread. And I think it's for the better. So let's get to it.
Most definitely, man. And shout out to my boy Paul Arthur, my boy Smack, and most definitely my boy DJ Fame, who I really need to get on here. I really need to get Paul on here too. And Smack, you got it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Smack, you got it, baby. Anytime, bro. Anytime. That's my dude, man. Smack, Joey Hernandez, man.
Story. Give us a story. Everybody got a Smack story.
Yeah. Smack was the one who did the first Wave Guard shirts, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When it was just Wave Guards on the shirt set, Smack was the man, man. And I ain't gonna lie, boy, I used to be through man, when we first started this merch stuff, man, I didn't expect people to show that much type of love. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm talking about, I was getting calls from tattooers, dudes who tattoo artists, painters, dudes who do artwork and stuff like that.
Can I be real with you?
Of that shit, man.
I'm gonna be real with you. I honestly, I mean, it's fly, bro. It really doesn't have to. I think it would sell itself. Basically, is what I'm selling. The merch that you guys put out, the Wave God Supreme merch, the merch that your son Cash is putting out, the merch that Nunu's putting out. It's easy to like that merch, bro. it's not like, oh, well, we're forcing ourselves to buy it because we want to support, which motherfuckers will.
Yeah, I appreciate
but
that too.
It's easy to buy, bro. You know, you ain't tripping on whatever you got to spend because it's tight. You be like, oh, shit, this is live.
Appreciate that.
I think putting the extra effort into the designs is what's getting you those sales as well because, you know, that's part of branding, but you could have easily went the corpus route and got a guild in and slapped your logo on the front and was like, yo, support me. They still probably would have bought the shirts.
Yeah.
We've all been there and done that.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, you putting in the type of extra effort into the designs that you and the fam do with y'all's merch.
Yeah.
I think that's
and actually that's
how helped
we,
the sales definitely.
That's how we actually started with the Gildings. You know what I'm saying? Until
I think everybody started with the Gildings.
And I want to give a shout out to, you know, also Breland Price and my boy Listen out of Houston. Man. Yeah, Lil Bree, nigga. Lil Bree really helped the brother find the other avenues because, you know, I was really doing was just shirts at first. You know what I'm saying? These brothers hipped us to hey, Creed, you can get this and this here. Yeah. And then, you know, when Listen jumped in, it just so happened Kobe bumped into Listen in Houston, bro, just going to get some stuff. And Listen was like, man, go right here, bro. Yada, 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 yada.
Bumped into Listen?
Yeah. The
brother Listen that used to be from here?
Yeah.
Oh,
the rapper.
Okay. He got locked up and
yeah.
That was the last I heard about that dude. He was good,
bro. His merch is fire. Yeah. I'm not lying. His merch is fire.
He's out in the H?
In the H. Yeah. You see, bro, I don't watch.
That dudes, boy was good, bro.
He was nice with the mic too. I done seen people. You know how they be doing skits and stuff, them Facebook skits and them Twitter and them TikTok skits and all that. I done seen people in his merch, bro.
Yeah,
that boy is nice with it.
What's the name of the merch?
What is it called? Run a Play.
Okay.
Run a Play.
Yeah,
okay. It's called Run a Play. And man, you can go in the mall. They got his stuff in the mall, bro. Hats and shit like that. His shirts, his jackets and shit. Yeah, Listen doing his big thing up there, man.
That's live.
So
live.
I never forget and I never leave out Dollar Bill also, bro, because Dollar Bill after Smack, Dollar Bill Flicks, after Smack went back to, you know, to work in the oil field, the field and stuff. I kind of stopped making merch because I didn't know what to do. I didn't have nobody to print it up.
Yeah.
So when Jacoby did the Clint Peabody show, you know, he started getting shirts, and I was like, man, where you get these shirts? He's like, man, Dollar Bill do this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I actually think, you know what, my lady actually got me a custom black denim jacket that Flicks customized for her, for me.
Yeah.
A customized jacket for, I think it was my birthday or something. He put like a flower on the back.
Big rose on the back of it. Yeah.
It was pretty live. I still have it to this day. It's in my closet right now, but yeah. Shit.
Yeah. What Flicks, I paid him, I spent like $200-$300 with him to do some shirts for me, right? Mm-hmm. And then when I sold them, I went back to him again. I was like, hey, man, I got a, matter of fact, Flick's the one who got the wave guard design for us.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. The design that y'all see that we mainly use, Dollar Bill Flicks got that done for me. But I had went back to him, right? I went back to Dollar Bill, man. I was like, man, I got some more shirts I want you to do. And this is what the brother told me. He said, look here, Cree. He said, look at OG. I can get your money. I keep making this money off of you. I'm cool with that. But if you want to learn to do this by yourself and do it on your own and do your own merch where you don't have to pay nobody and you can do this stuff on your own, I'll show you how to do it. Go get this, go get this, go get this. I went and bought that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he showed me how to do my own shit, bro. And that's how, you know, man, look, bro, when I tell you, like, man, Jacoby used to come with me with like 75 orders, bro, of merch. You know what I'm saying? And this is, you know, we working off the cricket at this time, bro. The cricket, whatever it's called, bro. I'm peeling, cutting, peeling, and I'm talking about, bro, I might start at 3 o'clock that afternoon, man. I might not be finished about 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. Doing these shirts, trying to do everything we can to put this Wayguard Supreme clothing brand on, man. Until, you know, Jacoby always looking. I'm gonna give my boy credit. He's always looking for better ways when it comes to the stuff for us, right?
Yeah.
Until we start finding us manufacturers and stuff like that who could do the stuff for us, cut our time in half and stuff like that. And so yeah, man. So shout out to all three of them brothers, Dollar Bill, Listen, and Lil Bree, man, for really helping us.
Is what's the status of y'all's brand right now?
Right now, ain't gonna lie, we both been on kind of hold because Jacoby still do some stuff. You know,
I know he's got the Supreme training going on, and I know that's probably keeping him busy, but
super busy. And for myself, what kind of like got us on hold is because I closed down my shop, man. You know what I'm saying? That I was at on West Point. Had some issues over there.
We had a beat playing session over there that was super live.
That shit was fire.
That's where I met YNG Bishop, and I bought some shit from that day.
That shit was fire. I ain't gonna even lie. It was one of the coldest little events we threw there, if not the best one. So I went to the Trade Center, you know what I'm saying? Which I like the Trade Center just to be going stupid around looking at shit, but for what I was trying to do, it's not a good spot because people come in there. This is a $45 shirt. Y'all want my shit for $15. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
when you think Trade Center, you think deals and low.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, you know, 1 week the lights will be off, bro. Then another week the AC be off. You know what I'm saying? No nobody won't be walking around that motherfucking this hot. And then you don't.
Still having to pay full rent.
Yeah, still having to pay full rent. You know what I'm saying? So I
had my share of fucked up landlords, bro. Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit. No
so I dipped out, and right now everything I do is like order. You know what I'm saying? Until later on in the future, we still got our ideas. We still got some.
Man, you know what?
Then eventually come back around.
The reason I'm asking is because my son Devin. I mean, you know Devin, but you don't know my son Devin. He's a boxer. He's a amateur boxer from the city. He's coming up, but I've been wanting to do like a fucking robe or something, like a boxing robe for him, and try to come up with something creative. Yeah, because there's like maybe one or two fucking brands to go to where you can get some custom shit. Yeah. But they're like across the sea, bro.
Yeah. And the thing about it, see,
type shit, that take like 10
about
weeks,
2 to 3 weeks for your shipment to come in.
This shit said like 8 to 10 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then the thing about doing that, you have to order in bulk sometimes. And then on top of that, when you're ordering in bulk, you got to learn to talk to these people, man, because if not, you're ordering bulk and they're gonna only send you one color. You know what I'm saying? You might want. I want 20 of this one and 20 of that one. So you got to really politic with the people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My thing was I always tell them because that's how we used to do. That's what we had started doing. So when I would politic with the people, I'd be like, look, man, I'm a small business. Yep. I'm just barely getting on my feet, man. You think you can do me 20 in this color, 20 in that color, and 20 in this color? And they'll come back like, yeah, we got you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, they'll be like, well, you have to order 200 pair of socks. Well, man, I can't afford. I'm letting them know I can't afford that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you think I can do 100 pair of socks and 50 of each kind like this? And they be like, yeah, we got you.
What do they call that shit? MOQ?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. MOQ.
There's whenever you're dealing with distributors, they give you what's called an MOQ, which is basically a minimum amount of quantities of the order of that specific item that you can buy that they'll sell you. They won't go under that.
Yeah, they won't go over that
number.
You gotta really like talk to them, man, and like let them know. The best thing you can always tell them is that you're a small business, man, and then they'll work with you, man. But
most of them are like 25 pieces, 50 pieces, shit like that.
Shit, you can, and just depending on what you like if you're doing jeans and stuff like that, you can get them down to 10 pieces. You can get shoes done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Kobe got something done.
It's crazy because I remember I had talked to Green about that. I was like, hey, you want to... Because, you know, Green's creative and he's always into something. And I think at this particular time, we didn't have any, like, merch popping at this particular time. So I was like, what's up, dog? You want to come out with a shoe? And I showed him... I had found a distributor that basically sold, like, base type shoes and different designs. And I was like, shit, you can customize these hoes. You know how you do it? So we started chopping it up. We never... Of course, we never moved forward with it, but I know what you're talking about. There's them hoes out there.
Kobe got some real ill Wave Guard Supreme shoes, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you get if you make your sample, you know what I'm saying, like your sample shoe, that shit is expensive. You know what I'm saying? To get your first shoe created, you know what I'm saying? That shit is expensive, man. Shit's expensive. But when you figure out the type of shoe and the type of design you want and stuff like that, and then you order them in bulk, you know what I'm saying, 20 pair of shoes or whatnot like that, it comes out at a a pretty fair price. You might pay like $65 a shoe or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. But
Smack said he was the first Mexican with an edge up. Holtz Northside Barbershop.
Goddamn right, boy.
Burner said, "What's up, Burner?" That's funny. Smack, nah, man. I remember going to Smacks when he lived in Sage West, jamming the beats when he first started making beats. And they were still tight because of the samples that he would use, bro. He was learning from QB.
Yeah.
QB was putting him on games, so we would go over there and we fucking chief. Rest in peace to Smack's mom, because this was when Smack's mom was still alive.
Yeah.
We used to go to his room and shit. The motherfucker would always have it icy cold in there. Fucking. And he would. I remember I clicked with him because of the samples he was using. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck, like, you know what I mean? There was no coming through in that room, bro.
Smack,
you know what I mean? Them samples were
Smack from the north, man. So, he done heard that. He done heard them niggas ride through with that shit on, you know.
So he was playing some. He just had a good ear for samples.
Yeah.
On it. He would just put some honestly, I wish he would have stayed making beats.
Yeah. Smack nice, man. Smack nice with it.
Making beats because he was really good, bro. Yeah. He had an instant ear. I got a couple beats right now that I rapped over a couple Smack beats. Shit, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a couple visuals, but I have a couple empty ones right now that I'm thinking about even more. Shit. But
Smack the truth, man. Smack the truth, man. That nigga got some nice beats, man.
But you know what, dog? I just kind of been getting a fucking fire up under my ass, and I think I'm just gonna put out. I've been talking about it slowly, but I'm gonna do it this year. I'm gonna put out like the last of the music that I recorded.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of music that I recorded that I never put out, and then I just stopped recording. I actually haven't recorded. I probably recorded maybe like 2 or 3 times in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
A year or some shit. Like I don't even record anymore, bro. Like the last visuals that I put out this last year, I did that shit like on the fly. I just got creative, got bored, and was like, "What's up, Mario?
Yeah.
Let's go record and then let's just shoot the visual."
And that's kind of what I did too. Like King them got done heard my music, but I never put it out, man. You know what I'm saying? The shit,
it's just like that. Is every artist like that? Y'all let me know. Are y'all like that? Y'all be recording 100 million songs? I don't be recording a shitload of songs, but I sit on more shit than I put out. Put it like that.
Me too, man.
I know a lot of artists that record 100 fucking million songs and they got them in the hard drive type shit, and they'll put out like one project.
Yeah.
I try to put out stuff, but like the ratio of what I record to what I put out, you know what I mean, isn't crazy.
But it also, because to put them out, you still got to spend more money even after it's recorded. So I'm putting out some of your songs, but I have a whole bunch of my because now I got to pay to get these motherfuckers mastered and engineered. And
what I usually try to do, dog, is as I create the song or because I'm old school, I still write. As I'm writing, I try to think, okay, how am I gonna fully push this? And if it's not, if I'm halfway through it and I'm not feeling it, I won't really do it. You know what I mean?
You know what it is.
So
for me,
I always want to have that mentality. That way I could pick, because I know how fucking of a perfectionist I am, type shit. So I know at the very end, and when I go to pick what I want to put out visually, I'll change my mind at the last minute after hearing something fucking 13 times in a row and like, yeah, this is the one. I'm gonna run with this type shit.
I ain't gonna lie, man. For myself, bro, I just make music for myself because I like to listen to myself rap.
See, I'm gonna be real. I don't like listening to myself rap, bro.
Oh man.
You know what it is for me? It's the creative.
Yeah.
For me, it's the creative process, bro. I gotta I've always had like some type of artistry. Like I was into drawing, you know. I'm now, as I'm older, I'm getting into the graphics.
Yeah.
I always liked photography. I never did photography, but I always liked it. I always liked painting. I never could paint for shit, but I always liked it. Like seeing motherfuckers that could draw badass and paint. I used to draw, but Like I always had some type of artistry about me, and then I think I just fell in love with the rap shit, and I just got addicted to the creative part of it. You know what I mean? Like I've really never been one to jam my music. I've always just got a kind of a kick out of how people respond to it. You know what I mean? That's what I like. Like I like hearing the crazy response. People will say you're like. Say a bar from one of your songs or some shit, and then every time they see you, they'll say that shit.
Yeah, they say that bar.
You know what I mean?
They say that bar.
That's funny.
I think like, and I'm glad we're on this topic because this was the first thing I was gonna talk to you about was music. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It just came in, right? But I've always liked to hear myself rap, man, because I'm like you. I could draw my ass off, but I can't color, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not good with coloring and blending my colors in properly. You know what I'm saying? So I would always, like, even when I was in prison, I do all my drawing and send my Mexican partner to do my coloring for me. You know what I'm saying?
My homeboy D's watching right now. D Hinojosa. We used to draw together, bro. Like we used to start a picture, drawing like a lowrider.
Yeah.
And I'll give it to him, and like he'll fucking do a little lots of lines and shit. Give it back to me. We try to finish it out. We give it to my other homeboy. We used to draw out of those lowrider. Lowrider magazine.
Yeah.
Drawing.
Yeah.
Lowrider art.
Yeah. And those shits was live.
Try to copy those type of pictures.
Yeah.
And shit. Remember that?
When I was in prison, you know, them dub magazines, they always had like them dudes, them little pictures. Like it's this one dude who was always in the dub magazine, dog. Always his pictures was always like #1. So what I would do, I would take his pictures, redraw them and stuff for everybody, and that shit circle around the penitentiary, bro. I'm getting my change. You know what I'm saying? Creep, man, let me get your door. I need $1, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need 4 suits. You know what I'm saying? I need shit. I would get all kind of shit up off them drawings. But I think like, you know, like dressing, you know what I'm saying, b-boying and you know, graffiti and all this stuff is a part of that artistic form. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same. I was the same way too until I found my niche with the rap. You know what I'm saying? So
that shit always stuck to me.
Yeah.
I guess because it was I stood out more in that section of hip hop than I did in the others.
See,
you know what I mean?
And it goes back to what you were saying. Like when I first, okay, check it out. This was like my wow moment in the rap game, bro. I think I was like 15, 16 years old. I was at Miller, right? There was a black beauty pageant here in Corpus Christi, right? And the DJ was one of the homies from the hood, booked us for a show.
Oh shit!
We got y'all right.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school. He's like, man, I want y'all to perform at this beauty pageant, right? Well, the dude who I rapped with, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have nothing to wear. He was mad because he ain't had nothing to wear, so he didn't want to go. Nigga, I just threw on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just,
you better steam that white tea.
He didn't want to go.
It was baking soda.
And mind you, this is like the main rapper. You know what I'm saying? But we collectively do songs together. You know what I'm saying? At this time, we're like Run DMC with the back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get it.
So, me,
do that. I've never done that.
I love that, bro. Me. And you know, back in the day when you was rapping,
I did with Green one time.
In our era, when you was rapping, you had to have a beatbox, dog. Somebody who could beatbox. If you didn't have a beatbox, nigga, man, don't nobody want to listen to you, just your rap. You have to have a nigga behind you beating and making the beats, and you have to have a DJ.
The lunch table shit, bro. I never knew nobody with a beatbox, bro.
So we go to the beauty pageant, right? It's me, I'm the only rapper. My homeboy beatboxing. Then, you know, his brother's our DJ, Bobby Lewis, RP, and Chris Lewis too. That's my beatbox. Both of them passed away.
That's Fat Mac's brother, right?
Who?
Bobby Lewis.
Yeah. Roland Vincent. Yeah, that's they old. Them are his older brothers. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we get ready to go on stage, bro.
I met his brother. He has another brother named
Thomas. Thomas.
I met T.
And you know, they called us out to get on the stage. I was nervous as hell, but the lights are so bright at the front of the stage. After the first couple of rows, I don't know what's out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I did come in through the beauty pageant. We wasn't sitting in the crowd and then worked our way back. We came straight through the back door, just waiting backstage for the shit to pop. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I get on there. We had a song. You know, we were hip hop. We were b-boys also. You know what I'm saying? So we had a song called My Pumas. You know what I'm saying? So I rocked that song, and I rocked a song called, I think it was Skeezers.
Skeezers.
And so when the show, we were the last thing that was happening. You know what I'm saying? So when we finished rapping, the beauty pageant is everything is over. Say, bro, when we came from backstage and got into the hallway, that hallway was lit. And all I was here, mind you, I go to school, I take that back. I wasn't even at Miller, bro. I was at House. I was in the 8th grade.
Shit.
I was at House. I was in 8th or 9th grade. I was
doing
at House.
shows in 8th grade.
I was like 14. I take it back. I was at House because I remember this was my class. Man, we come from backstage, bro, and I'm in the hallway, me, Chris, and Bobby. Man, the hallway lit with females, dog. I'm talking about lit. Right then and there, I knew that this is the shit I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
That boy caught it.
I'm gonna do this shit for the rest of my life, bro. I mean, all my partners, everybody from motherfucking the West Side, man, who I was going to school with, the blacks from the South Side. I'm talking about everybody was back there, man.
At an event with all the stars, all the young stars, looking good.
That shit changed my life.
I ain't gonna lie, like I don't really like performing, dog. That's not for me, but there are perks with that shit. You know what I mean? There are perks with that shit.
Right, man.
And it's fun. You know what I mean? Like it's fun. It's always good to just go and just. It's like it's kind of like riding a bike, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, for me, it's like when you're riding a bike, the fucking wind, and you're just kind of in the moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? When you're on stage doing your shit, you're just like in the moment, dog. You know? It's probably like riding a motorcycle or some shit. You're just in the moment, dog.
As I got older, though, man, I got kind of tired of like doing shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just like to make music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't do shows
but like if King them call me out, I go do something.
Yeah,
you know
I'm selective with that shit.
Me too, man. I'm very selective.
I'm kind of retired from the shows. I'd rather, you know what? I honestly would rather do some online stream shit rather than
most definitely,
do a show.
But this is the question, man. Everybody probably been wanting to know. You know what I'm saying? What made Loudmouf grab the pen and say, you know what? I'm finna fucking start rapping.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I always fucked around with writing because my homeboy D that's watching right now too. As a matter of fact, the same motherfucker I was drawing with. He got me into writing fucking like poems for broads, bro. Like on some LL Cool J shit. And not because I was a fan of LL Cool J. I just like bitches, you know what I mean? And so I started. I can't even fucking remember how it started, bro. I can't even remember how it all started. But I started fucking around with rhymes like that. And then I got me a little girlfriend. And I would pencil her little poems and shit on like Valentine's Day. Whatever the case. So this fool was like,
yeah.
And he was a little Mac. He's still a Mac. 40-year-old Mac. But I used to write him poems for like certain girls and shit. And I guess I just kind of got into the writing. Okay, so from there, my earliest memories are listening to 3 6 Mafia beats. And they were getting me so hyped that I was like coming up with my own chants.
Yeah.
I wasn't freestyling yet. I was mimicking a freestyle, but I was coming up with my own chants. And I would just say little stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, 3 6 1.
Doing John type shit or what?
Yeah.
All
like,
right.
3 6 1. Weed, sticks, guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it would be
yeah.
like in a 3 6 Mafia style.
Yeah.
Okay, so then some shit happened and I don't even remember how, but something came about with me and my homeboy and it was like, let's try to memorize Twista's verse on Do or Die's Whole Pimp.
Whole Pimp.
And I be spending more game than a mouth full of poker chips to get the hoes with the open lips and the provoking hips and never gotta say a many lies. that verse.
Yeah.
Okay? So to remember that verse, I listened to Twisted's verse over and over and over and over and over, wrote every word down that I could make out that he was, and if I didn't know what the fuck he was saying, I would write what I thought he was saying so that it sounded the same.
Yeah.
Long story short, that's how I kind of got into how a rap was wrote by studying that verse from Twisted. Okay, I didn't take on that style at first at all, but it made me understand timing, cadence, and it made me understand what bars are because Twisted is very like mathematical with his bars. Because he raps in syllables.
And without somebody teaching you already knew just by reciting that to start a new line. Okay, this goes on this line.
Because here later in life, bro, I find out this is later in life, but I'm what's called an autodidact. So I have to teach myself in order to learn. Like I could watch you do something, and so then I process it, and I have to teach myself by performing it on my own. And that's how I learn, bro. That's just how I learn. And freak. God damn it.
Block bleeders.
Surviving in the game. The block is on fire. And I'm addicted to the flame. Man, I always wanted to sing, dog. Can't even lie. Okay, what were we talking about before we lose subject? Oh, okay, so my bad. So I'm talking about how. Can you hear me now, freak? Tell me you can hear me.
I can see, he can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So like what I'm saying was, getting back to it was, I wanted to learn Twisted's verse to do or die's Po Pimp. So I wrote every word down listening to that verse. And once I got it all written down, I would practice it. And I would practice it like it was my own verse until I could say it without looking at the paper. And so to this day, that's like one of the verses I know by heart more than my own verses. So I kind of knew what you needed to sound like when to rap. Okay. So then I don't even apply this whatsoever. I start getting into fucking listening to music real heavy, and I'm listening to all sorts of shit. And I'm starting to critique, like we were talking about last time on my podcast. I'm starting to critique the rappers that I'm hearing, and I'm chunking rappers I don't like, bro. I'm like DMX, keeping that shit. Nas, I'm keeping that shit. Ro, I'm keeping that shit. SPM, no, I'm not keeping that shit. You know what I mean? Like, just different shit, bro. And I'm like, okay. So I'm listening to these rappers, but I'm listening for certain things. So I'm dissecting their flow and shit like that. I'm being hard on them. I'm critiquing them. I'm not just listening to them. Because there's a certain level of lyricism that I want to seek out. And I got that shit from my cousins. That's the way they kind of raised me. Like, we listen to fucking lyricists over here, homeboy.
Facts.
This is Nas-illmatic. This is fucking just whatever, bro. Just anything under the sun. Wu-Tang, Ghostface Killah. We were, you know what I mean? But at the same time, these motherfuckers are listening to 3 6 Mafia. And everything Memphis, bro. So I grew up listening to a fuckload of lyricist shit and a fuckload of Memphis shit and Prophet Posse and early Project Pat, Getty Green. We're listening to fucking everything that's under that Hypnotized Mind camp. Like No Limit. Like they used to put out a bunch of projects like No Limit. We were buying all that shit. K-Rock and all that shit. So I'm starting to associate myself with what I like beat-wise. You know what I mean? What adheres to me beat-wise. And then what ties it all together is I don't do none of this shit. I don't fuck with no rap in high school, nothing, bro. Then I meet my homies in high school, the Trills, some of the Trills, and SUC is real popular at the time because this is in 99. And they're already chilling with I'm in high school, but my homies in high school are chilling with some older heads who just got out of high school, which is like Fat Mac and my other homeboy Snake and homeboy Bo. And so they're freestyling in a SUC style type of flow. And that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like at the lunch table while we're smoking blunts at the homeboy's crib. Yeah. And we're putting on the only available beats, which one of them at that time is the June 27 freestyle. Yeah. So we're doing the same beat that SUC's doing. And whatever available other beats we can get a hold of, because at this time it's limited as fuck. You know what I mean? Getting beats is you got to get the side beats or records and hope. Yeah, or go to the Bomb Records at this time. That's the only shit. So, anyways, we're doing this shit, and I never freestyled, bro. I would just peep the game, and I'm like, man, these motherfuckers can do this shit off their dome. Like, we're
and be nice with that shit.
Yeah, so I'm tripping out because all of the homies are tight in some way, shape, or form. They're saying crazy shit, but they're talking about shit we're relating to. You know what I mean? The basketball game, this bad bitch with a big booty. You know what I mean? Like, they're just talking about simple shit, but to us, that shit, but just off the dome, I couldn't do that shit. I'm like, so fuck it. One day I got fucking blown and just started trying. Just like, I'm gonna jump on this bike. And I said some shit, and everyone was like, damn, that's tight, bro. So then my homeboy was like, let's record it. Yeah. And then boom, we made a little tape. They took the tape to school and we passed it around. Shit, I don't know. I guess people were listening to it in the car, I guess, because at this time, or maybe Walkmans, I don't even know. But it was on a tape. I remember that shit. It wasn't on a CD yet. And we passed it around. I guess people listened to it, whatever. And people were like, what the fuck? Like, you rap? Like, no, I don't rap. I just got real high. We just started freestyling. They were like, that, bro, you sound kind of good. So I took it like, what the fuck? Maybe I can actually fuck around and try this. Like, so we did another tape, you know what I mean? And then another tape. And then my homeboy Adam, my homeboy Adam, he was doing his shit under Wasteland Productions, and then he started doing Blue Wave Digital Productions. But at this particular time, we were in high school. He was working with Elite One, because Elite One, me and him, we all went to King together at the same time. So Elite One in high school was working too, because Elite One was a rapper before he was the DJ. Yeah. So at this particular time, shout out to my guy, Noel Sosa on Facebook, but that's my man Abel. But Adam was working with him. So anyways, Adam introduces me to Mike Fuentes, Metropolis Recording Studio, because Adam featured me on a song because he knew I could freestyle, and we had been homies since like first grade. And so he was like, hey, bro, and I knew he'd been rapping, and I just used to fuck off, get blown on 20 sweets with my homeboys and freestyle. But he wanted me to do a real song because he had already been doing real songs with Elite. And so I was like, fuck it, all right. Well, could you have the beat? And he was like, yeah, I got the beat. It has the hook on it and everything. So that was the first time like I ever got on a song that was real, was my homeboy Adam. And as a matter of fact, Adam used to fuck around with President Kane, Money Making Texans at this time, Sharktown Records, President Kane. And then he used to go by Lyrical One, my homeboy Adam. So he slides me the beat. This is like the first time I'm writing to it. This is my first time ever like really writing, because like I said, I used to fuck around before with like poems and shit. Yeah. But I never really wrote a rap. So I'm like, okay, so I'm reverting back to Twista. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so let me think about how this verse is structured. So I'm going to kind of rap in the same style. So the first song I ever did was kind of da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And the syllables were short, similar to Twista's verse. And so that was like my first song, bro. And so being that after that, I got introduced to, I didn't know who Mike was at the time. Much like I just met him and I'm like, okay, I met some dude, badass studio. they told me he recorded just mostly Tejano music, and his dad was in a band. And this is at Mike's house before he ever was in a suite. This is how long ago this was. We recorded this at Mike's mom's crib when they lived over there off McCardle and Everhart. And Mike would record out of an extra room like this that they had all built out, and his booth was a closet. And in the closet, they had a bunch of artist CDs that they had recorded for or whatever. And that was the first time I ever seen like the brown boxes of CDs, you know what I mean, that you get from distribution.
Yeah, so they did all that? Mike's people did all that type of shit?
Yeah, as far as I know, I could be wrong, and Mike Fuentes, if you're listening, my G, if you're watching this, type in the comment and correct me if I'm wrong. But when I met Mike, rest in peace to his father. His father was still alive, but his father was either in a band or recorded for a really popular, like a Tejano band. I don't know if it was Tejano or banda or mariachi or some type of band. I know they were specifically recording there, and they had done a lot of stuff there. You know what I mean? And that was a home base for them.
Oh, really? Okay.
It wasn't a rap studio.
Oh, really? And all their product was there.
Yeah, and I also think he was recording Christian music. Okay. Definitely wasn't a rap studio, bro. And so after that first song, I did another song. My cousin passed away. I wrote a song for her, and I did it, and I recorded it there with Mike. And so after those two songs, I kind of caught the bug, bro. And I was like, man, this is cool. I get to create, you know what I mean? That wasn't really that hard. So then I had already lost interest in, you know, like sports and other kid shit, you know what I mean? Other young shit. Right now, I was trying to get some money. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with myself. I had a little job. I had a car, but I was like, man, I got to do something. You know, I was on that next trying to level up. I was like 17, 18, some shit like that. So I started music late, in my opinion, compared to, you know, a lot of artists have stories like you, like, man, I was doing shows in high school, bro. And I'm like, damn, I was fucking trying to get some pussy. What a loser, dog.
Shit.
But
that shit rapping in high school, when I started in junior high, that shit leveled up my pussy game.
I bet it did.
That leveled up shit. Shit, it wasn't no more Northside girls after that.
Man, I'm over here trying to
these hoes coming from the West now.
I'm just over here trying to make sure my pants is starchy and shit. That motherfucker here. But yeah, bro. And then that's how I would say, like, I've never really been asked that, but that's what I would say happened. After that, I caught the bug, and it just kind of took off. I fucking kept going to Mike's. I took the homeboys over there. We did a couple freestyle projects that we just flowed over beats that we bought at the Bomb. Shout out to Joe. And we just made mixtapes like that, burned them on a computer. After that, just shit, it took off. There's more to it after that, but I'll let you direct it.
When I got out of prison, right? You know, I'm on house arrest and shit for a while, right? You know what I'm saying? Nigga can't come outside. So I'm looking for like local raps that's on, you know, like on YouTube or shit like
yeah, because I still do that.
Yeah, I'm looking for this shit. So I'm looking, I come across this shit, this Corpus Christi battle rapping shit, right? And who the fuck do I see on there? Loud, nigga.
Yeah, that shit was fun, though.
I was like, because I already done, you like, through Willie and through Nunu, this is how I know y'all before I knew y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I done seen y'all in passing, but we never had conversations, right? Yeah. So I'm like, nigga, this the nigga that be with Willie. You know what I'm saying?
And you didn't know I did that shit.
No, you know what I'm saying? That shit tripped me out, man. You know what I'm saying? I see a young Green, a young Loud, you know what I'm saying? All these different cats, man. What got you into that battle league rapping shit right there? Because I ain't gonna lie, nigga, you was nice.
Man, that comes back to, like I was telling you, bro, I tried every aspect of hip hop because I love hip hop, dog. I ain't new to this shit, motherfucker. I'm true to this shit. You can't look me in my eye and try to say that I ain't, man. You know what I mean? I've tried it. I tried a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? I tried a little bit of everything because I love hip hop.
Yeah, facts.
And I wanted to stay true to the essence of it. I wanted to be able to to say that, you know, I've participated in every aspect of it. And I think the people that really respect the culture of hip hop are the same way, or at least, you know, the people that I acknowledge that carry that type of essence about them, they're the same way. So they may not have done it all, but I mean, they probably tried a bunch of shit, or they're branching off into something else that helps them represent the culture well, you know. Well, you know, I like to think that I'm a well-rounded dude when it comes to the culture. But
thank you, bro.
Fuck, what was that? What was the question again?
How you get to the battle rap?
Oh, the battle rap.
And how much later does that come after you start?
So
officially recording.
Okay, so specifically, the way I got into that specific battle rap, because I'll give you the general part and the specific part, but let's say the general part was that I always was trying to be competitive with my rap. So I was able to find certain people at the time to go after to kind of create some buzz for myself as someone who needs to be noticed as competition.
Yeah, I didn't.
Why I went that route, bro? I was probably listening to too much 50 Cent. I don't know.
Nah, bro.
I had too many people around me that were hyping me up, maybe. But I could have went a different route, but I went that route, bro.
Say, Delano, that attitude right there been there since the 80s, bro. Niggas like that, because we were like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the difference between, like, because, you know, I never had seen battle rap like that until I came home from prison.
Yeah.
See, in our era, this is what niggas used to do. We fucking go to the whatever club or dance or shit right there. We see some niggas we know who rapping. Nigga get on the mic and go at them niggas.
Okay,
you know what
see,
I'm saying?
that's where I'm from.
We're going
because
niggas was like this. Okay, everybody know we from the north. This is me and Baron. This is back when we 15, 16, shit like that. Everybody know we from the north. We know we was rapping. We gonna be the best rappers in the fucking city. And if we find out anybody who can rap, nigga, and they got their little groups or they sold, nigga, we coming for their head. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even lie. Even Fat Man was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Creed. When me and him started rapping Creed, we gonna be the best in the motherfucking city, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting on the mic, we gonna make sure, doing show shit, we gonna make sure when it's our turn to get up there, nigga, our songs are better, our songs are liver, and people gonna fuck with us after this shit is said and done. You know what I'm saying? So it was always a competitive thing for me, me myself as well, man.
So I'm basically with the same attitude on a different side of town and in a different era. So at this particular time, that's kind of always been kind of my MO, bro. The way like I come across as far as my rap shit is real aggressive. I just say that. My style's aggressive.
Yeah, it is.
So
it definitely is.
And at this particular time, my whole attitude is like, kind of like, are you familiar with Disaster? Like,
yeah. Disaster.
I mean, but I'm just gonna.
You ain't punching niggas and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm ready to punch. Like at this particular time, I'm ready to punch. So like, fuck it, let's give it a try. I'm ready to punch. You know what I mean? And all these fucking hooligans from the South Side are with me. They're ready to punch. So we're making a name for ourselves, like doing stupid, just ready to punch type shit and rapping. And so that's how the buzz came about. So during this, I'm gonna give him his props and his flowers right now. Indy Outspoken is running around with Public Zoo, and they're doing Honeybee Hams, and they're a full live hip hop crew. That's in collabs with Confusion Crew, and so they're at all the hip hop events, and they're basically at this particular time they're like the epitome of what hip hop is in the city on my side of town. Nobody's really like doing anything rap wise or hip hop wise or nothing. So I'm looking for something to get into, you know what I mean? And we're making music in our own spot. And so long story short, I find myself battling with Indy, but live outside. We just bump into each other in the club. We battle. We fucking. So we actually battled at some dude, this fucking some fucking millionaire's crib that lives in a gated community on fucking in Bentry. I don't even know how the fuck we ended up there, bro. But we ended up, we were real talk. I don't know if you remember this, Indy.
That's funny.
It was a 3-way battle, me, him, and my homeboy. So I was battling. We were doing like a 3-way battle. And we were getting all fucked up. This fool used to have like like a table like this full of bottles. We were in the middle of the hallway. It was. I don't even know if the dude was even there. I don't even know. I don't even remember anybody else really being there. It was just like us three, maybe like one or two other people. Yeah, it was like on some Fight Club shit, bro. You had to get, because you got to get buzzed into the community for one, security, and like, I don't even know how we got. Oh, it was my homeboy's homegirl's brother who, like, I think homeboy won the lottery or something, or some silly ass shit like that. He had a big ass crib, fucking gated community. That's what it was. And we used to go over there and party. And so I don't know. We ended up in a battle. So I've been in these live battles just for the fuck of it before. And I started getting into these other battles with my homeboy, Middle Child, my homeboy Eric Guzman. At the time, he was going by Middle Child. And he was actually better than me, bro. He's good. He's live. I'm the one that I mean, he's the one that I learned all that shit from, basically. And this is when 106 and Park had their Freestyle Friday battles. And so I'm like going to little battles in Austin and little battles here and there by myself. This is pre-Gotti Gang. This is just, this is after I had a run with the Team Records, which was basically Young Trill's music group, Team Records. And we had a little run with mixtapes and shit like that. But basically, as far as like taking music serious and wanting to try and do something with it, this is me at my hiatus. So I'm looking for battles. So long story short, I had already kind of did the battle thing pre me doing music. That's kind of how I started out.
Okay.
And I would make these little mixtapes and kind of do like battle bars on the mixtapes and call out certain artists. And I think that's why Playboy was giving me a shot in my rib cage the other day, because he was saying that I was a dickhead. He said I dissed him on something, and I don't even fucking remember, bro. That's how sad that shit is, bro. But that was my approach to like everything, and that's why like that caused me to not, get along with a lot of rappers early on.
Nigga was really running around here like 50 Cent.
Yes, dog. You know what I mean? I had a lot more.
Nigga really running around.
And it really wasn't. It wasn't enemies like that. It was just a lot of uncomfortable situations created by my stupid ass.
How can I be cool with this dude when he talking shit about me?
Yeah, so that's the approach. Yeah. So I literally would have to go clean up all my shit, bro. Like that's how I guess that's how what I would have to do. You know what I mean? Because I'm not running around here ducking anybody, and obviously we cool as fuck. Now everybody's cool. So at one point or another, I probably pulled you aside and fucking apologized to you as a man for being a piece of shit and say, hey, let's carry on forward better. Yeah. I actually did rest in peace, but that's how I had to clean it up with Flatline, bro. Yeah. And matter of fact, Playboy was there. There was a few people there. They had a video shoot, but we had to have that talk too. And I was just like, I had to clean up a lot of stuff, bro, with a lot of people, and that just wasn't the approach that I needed to. I needed at the time, but that's where my stupid ass went. Yeah. But so I had always kind of been a battle type rapper, bro. So then we start music, we're doing the music, and now it's concentrated on trying to turn these types of bars and battle rap styles into music, bro. So I got into the music, and then boom, Public Zoo reorganizes, and they start doing certain events. Texas Battle League has a big movement at this time, and they're doing events, and Public Zoo puts together an event called Gulf Wars, which was some random shit that was supposed to be on some exclusive, intimate underground hip hop in your face in a small space type of event.
Yeah.
So they put this event together and they asked me, you want to participate in it? We have this battle locked in. This dude's from out of town coming to battle this dude. Michael White's battling Playboy. And we want to see if you want to battle K9.
That's the one I seen.
And so I'm like,
that's the one I seen.
There's not, the full battle doesn't exist. I don't think the full battle exists. I've only seen
like snippets and shit like that. Yeah.
But
some of the things I seen.
I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, at this particular time, I don't know who K9 is, bro. So I call Willie. I'm like, hey, dog, who the fuck's K9? I think his real name's Kendrick. And he's like, oh shit, K9? And so like he laces me up. And those comments are different from the ones I'm saying.
Because these are all comments from YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
Oh, okay. Go for it at pros. Freak was there with the long beard still. RP.
So it was 2010?
I don't remember. Freak, do you remember? Oh, 2010. Okay, there we go. I don't remember. But yeah, that sounds about right. So in 2010. And so anyways, the event ends up being jam-packed, bro. Jam-fucking-packed. Packed like an asshole in that bitch. Everybody like this. Shoulder to shoulder. Yo. And anyways, long story short, that event went good as hell. And then they did another one. So that's kind of how I got into that. Because they just asked me, hey, you down to battle? And I'm, fuck yeah, I'm down to battle. And at that time, Gotti Gang kind of had just picked up a little momentum.
That was my next question.
So it was like, yo, you want to represent Gotti Gang? Basically, you want, and I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm not knowing how much weight K9 came with, bro. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't know that, and it ended up being a great look, bro.
That's what I was about to ask you. Did the other Gotti Gang members maybe feel like, nah, you shouldn't do that ain't what we do? Or were they like, like, hey, this
niggas with the shits. Niggas with the shits. Niggas with the shits. Niggas is with the shits. And that
they were trying to give me bars. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I think they gave me pieces of bars, like, because they would ask me, what do you got? Like, okay, come on, what do you got? What do you got? No, nigga, you spoke off the top. Come on, like, and they wanted to hear my rounds. You know what I mean? They wanted to hear what I had, and they were the ones that kind of helped me figure out how I was gonna come, or you know what I mean? Because at this time, I don't know, the battle rap styles are changing. You know what I mean? And so people are doing like more punchlines and being a little bit more funny.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit less Freestyle Friday.
Yeah.
And a little bit more like getting a little quirky. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how to come at this time because I rap, you know what I mean, a certain way. So it's like, how am I going to approach this and it be something, you know, worth my debut?
Yeah.
So it ended up being good, but that's how all that shit specifically happened, bro. For me to be in that battle shit, and there was a short run. Go Force had a good, short, nice, solid run. Unfortunately, DJ Devious passed away, who was a very solid part of that movement and that organization in Almighty Public Zoo, and that was kind of the end of it. Oh man. But and then shortly after that, TBL 361 really wasn't in existence. TBL 361 was basically the Texas Battle League division of Texas Battle League that was based out of Austin. Okay. Texas Battle League was a battle league of not only Austin rappers, but mostly Austin, and their base was in Austin. There was Houston rappers and other rappers that, you know, San Antonio had rappers over there, but the base was out of Austin. And then they basically, they blessed Michael White with the 361 division. Okay. And that's how he was able to start getting it popping. Shout out to Michael White.
How did the infamous Gotti Gang come together, man?
Shit. This is a good I've told this story a couple times, but during this battling time, like right before this battling time, right around the time, like I was saying, me and Indy were freestyle battling live at the club on Chaparral Street and shit in front of Stingers type shit. I don't know if none of y'all rappers were doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one to cap, but this is my thing. Like, I've been doing this shit for a minute, and I'm stamped and certified in the concrete with this rap shit. Like, so the thing about me is I'll never charge you guys a feature that's crazy, stupid, you know what I mean, price. 90% of the time, I don't charge a feature. For a feature, I don't even charge nobody 90% of the time unless I got to go through some type of hassle and go out of my way to record the verse or whatever the case may be. But it's only because I'm a vet at this, even whether I like to be or not. I've been doing this shit so long, you know what I mean? I've seen people pass away through this whole period in history of doing this music shit out here in South Texas. And, you know, now that I'm looking in hindsight, it's always 2020, but it's crazy. There's been a lot of different, you know, periods that I've been through, and I'm glad to say that I was alive and well during that little battle, that battle period. But that's kind of what led me into looking for something else. Yeah. And I was cool with Green always because Green got introduced to me through my kinfolk Preem. So my kinfolk introduced me to Green and Coop, and I knew them through my cousin already prior to meeting Willie. Okay, so we already kicked it, me and Green. Yeah. Green started fucking around with Drojo and Dollar Bill doing Rock Bottom G's, okay? And they're in Oso Park at this time, recording. So Green is hanging out with Rock Bottom G's. Willie's over there recording with them too. Yeah. Fat Mac's over there. Sire's over there, I think. A few people are over there. And I'm not over there. I know everybody over there, but I'm not over there.
Yeah, so you also park at the time too?
At this particular time, I'm at, man, good question, but I might have just got there, and I was right I was on Glen Arbor Park. I was in Glen Arbor Park before this. Right. One or the other, but I had just got there. But I'm not participating in no other music with nobody else at this time, right? I'm just doing my own thing, right? I'm going to Metropolis by myself type shit. Me and my baby mama. And so then I'm already fucking with Green, and I'm listening to what Green's doing, right? Then he starts putting me on the rest of the shit that they're doing over there, cooking up with Dollar Bill.
Yeah. Dollar Bill, what Dollar Bill is that?
I
don't know. Is that William Evans?
Yeah, there you go, Evans.
Okay.
Bill Evans. Shout out to Big Dollar. But they're cooking up some crazy shit over there, bro. Crazy shit. And I'm like, what? And then I'm hearing Willie, bro, on these crazy ass beats. And I'm like, what the fuck? This motherfucker sounds crazy. And the thing about Willie is the type of artist I was talking about earlier, where he'll record 100,000 songs and put out 9. You know what I'm saying? So he's recording a bunch of shit. And Green's fucking burning CDs on his own and fucking coming and picking me up or coming to my crib or like just, hey, come run around with me. Let's go hit some licks real quick and fucking, let's go eat and fucking. Boom, put in the CD, and it's a secret mix from their Rock Bottom G session the day before. And I'm hearing these songs, and I'm like, this shit is bananas, bro. So in all reality, bro, like, man, that Rock Bottom G thing was fucking badass, bro, at that time. And so long story short, that's how I picked up on Willie. Prior to this, though, my homeboys were trying to gas me up to go run up on Willie to battle him. So it's crazy, but he was like next on my list to try to compare myself to. Because I specifically remember, bro, that one night my homeboys like found out that he was at a party. It might not even have been him. But they were like, hey, that fool Willie Nichols at so-and-so's party over here. Like, it was like somebody else's school. I think it was like a Ray party. Yeah. So it was like a neutral school. And because I'm like 1 year under Willie or some shit. Yeah. And so, long story short, I had never got the opportunity to even see him. You know what I mean?
You didn't know what he looked like?
No, I didn't even.
Probably didn't even know what he looked like. They just going by what they hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think one of the homies knew because they played basketball.
Okay, bet. Already.
Yeah, because it was through basketball that they knew. Two of the homies knew who. But anyways, that never even came to happen. So long story short, I didn't personally know what he looked like. So boom, I started hearing him. I'm like, man, this fool's good, dog. This fool's. So Green's putting me on. Me and Green are just chilling. We're in the street. Me and Green start fucking with each other tough. So then Green and Willie do a song later on. This is after probably like a year or two after, because they end up moving to the Valley for a while, cooking up over there, and then coming back. And then after they came back, because all of Rock Bottom relocated to the Valley. And then Green and Willie came back. And when
Willie and Green went to the Valley too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Everybody from
like a store and everything down there.
Yeah. Everybody went from here to the Valley. I can't even really tell you why. That's probably none of my business or anything like that. But I don't even know. But the whole studio and the whole camp moved shop over there. Like I said, I'm not a part of it directly, but those are the homies, you know what I mean? I fuck with them. So I'm watching all of this. And like I said, at this particular time, I'm just rapping by myself. I'm just, you know what I mean? Rock Bottom even featured me on a couple of songs while they were out in the Valley. I went down there. So anyways, long story short, Willie and Green come back over here. The rest of Rock Bottom stays down there. And when they come back over here, they start recording music together, just them two. And they started with one song, but then they ended up like, oh, we're going to do this project called The Gotti Gang. I was like, damn, The Gotti Gang, that shit sounds clean as fuck. I was like, I like that shit. And so I had already heard the first two songs and they were live. And so then somehow I was like, hey, I think it was like, let's do a mixtape or let's do an EP or something, or I don't know, some. And I gave him a proposal because basically we was like, let's find someone to fucking make the beats. I'm going to be real with you. I don't even know if it went that deep. But long story short, we ended up hooking up with J Cass, Cash Castile at the time, because he was recording. He had a little bedroom studio, and he used to record people from Ray. So I paid him some bread. He was my cousin Preem's homeboy too. And Green knew him too, because he used to record Green. So Green was like, hey, we could go record over here. And Willie at this time didn't really have nowhere to record. Me and Green were going to Metropolis, but Metropolis was charging us, I think, like, I don't know, 25 or 30 an hour. And we were like, man, we'd like to record like every day type shit. And we were just trying to figure something out. So J-Cast was like, y'all could record your whole project and I'll only charge you for like the final product of the song. Like we could record it, we'll edit it. And basically he was like, you know, I got to get better anyways. Yeah. I got this shit. I want to try it out. Nobody's recording.
That's dope.
So we all kind of like, I broke him off some bread. It wasn't even a lot of bread, but he used the bread and, you know, I don't know, he invested it. He was putting out music too at the time. And so we just went that route. And then QB got into the mix. I don't remember how exactly But he was just super supportive and just all in from the jump. He was our first producer. He gave us like 3 CDs. He gave us like 60 beats. And I remember sitting in Green's, at Green's mama's crib. We used to sit in the garage. Green had a hood-ass garage. And we used to sit in his car and put the fucking CDs in his car, play them out of his car, and sit at the table and write and fucking smoke. But QB was the one who sponsored Gotti Gang's first music. And what sucks about this, bro, is a lot of our fucking first music was on MySpace Music, was on Dat Piff, was on fucking these venues or whatever, streaming sites that aren't, you know, available anymore. So the original music that we did make, I'm thinking about grabbing that shit and remastering it and just putting it out as a kind of like a nostalgic piece, because there's some people that never really even, my homeboy was saying the other day, you know what I mean? He was like, man, I never really, there's like one Gotti Gang song I could find on YouTube, one video. And I was looking and I was like, damn, there really is. And I'm like, there's like 2. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, all our music was on Dat Piff, dog. That shit is out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. I got to go through a lot of old emails and a lot of old, I got to get a couple computers fixed. Like, I'm on the hunt right now, but trying to figure that out and try to put out some of this fucking, it's not unreleased, but I mean, it's sitting there not being used music. Yeah. So I know there's somebody who, you know,
what is it? It's
who will check it out.
It's on the hard drive on a computer that no longer works.
I got a couple of those. Yeah.
Get the hard drive out of the computer and bring it to me. I'll put it all on USB for you. I got the converter here in my crib.
For real, I gotta figure it out.
Get the hard drive out of the old computer, and then you even gotta bring
Well, I only have the whole. My homeboy called me. I got your old PC. I have your old PC here, and I got all your rhymes. My homeboy Jose. He's like, I got all your rhymes here and shit. But yeah, I'm trying to. I do. I have a full Gotti Gang album if I was to remaster, and then I have another new Gotti Gang project that we were supposed to put out called TDC, the Drug Code. I have the songs that I could use for all of that, bro, and I just haven't put it out. And I have my songs for my EP right now that I want to put out, and I just haven't organized it. So that's going to be something that I really want to make happen this year, because I've been on the fucking fence with this shit, dog, because, you know what I'm saying, on my this 2025 was a really difficult year for me, because not only did I have a difficult year, but I set myself up to have a difficult year, because I was going through like a transition, and I told myself that I was going to live a certain lifestyle, let's just say like that, for the year. And I was able to hold myself accountable to live that certain lifestyle, which was a very strict lifestyle for the year. There's a lot of, we're not going to go into everything that I was holding myself accountable to, but I completed the year solid. And so, like, man, it was just a hard year, and music was just not on my head, bro. Starting 2026, I feel better.
Shit, I was 1 year.
Like I said, I was on the fence. Like, okay, I'm not gonna release it. You know what? I'm gonna release it. Let me go back in the lab and do a little bit more. So I've been like bird feeding this shit, but this year I'm gonna just get it out of my hair and put it out there. Like I said, I like the creative process. It sucks that I gotta be at the age I am to be able to put this shit out. But I personally don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Y'all motherfuckers talk about how old I am. Bro, I do this shit. I do not try to. This shit is not because I want to make some money. I'm not trying to be nobody's rapper. I'm addicted to being creative and making music. You know what I mean?
I said.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? If anybody has it, bro, Freak will have it, and my homeboy D, who has everything I've ever done. But Freak, like I always say, Freak's the fucking key master.
Yeah.
Of Corpus, bro.
Yeah,
Freak is yeah. So honestly, he probably one of the only people with it. Shout out Khalik. There's Khalik.
Yeah.
Khalik said might as well drop it, fam. Well, I'm trying, dog. He's probably one of the only people with all of that because I don't even have a copy of all of that. The computer that I had all of that in, like my backup computer, it's an old ass Mac now that's not being recognized. It's what is it called? Outdated, and it's not being supported anymore. And it just kind of kicked the bucket. Now I got to take that hoe to get fixed to even look at the shit that's fucking on there. But I know I got a bunch of Gotti Gang shit on there because that's where I was keeping it all at. So we'll see what I have and we'll see. But I'm gonna try to get that shit put out this year because, like I said, man, I want to try to go harder 2026 and kind of spread my wings and try new shit. That's kind of like what this Christmas movie thing was about that I was just in with Smoke Bees, Chasing Christmas. Everybody who send a comment, a message, a fucking hit me up on a text or whatever about the little film. I appreciate the love. If y'all haven't seen it, take the time to go check it out. It's only like 17 minutes or some shit.
What is it on?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I want to see that bitch.
It's on YouTube. You can actually, if you're on Facebook, just go to Smoke Beats page, Danny Smoke Beats Blanco. But if you're on YouTube, just look up a badass film company and click his page, and it's on there. It's called Chasing Christmas. If you type in Chasing Christmas, it might come up, and you'll see my big ass on the poster. But there's a few little short films called Chasing Christmas. So it might lead you into another different film, but the easiest way to find it is to type in a badass film company, and it'll come up and shit. And it's only like 15 minutes, but it's a little family comedy about this guy who's like head over heels for this chick, and he promises to get her daughter a certain type of real rare doll that everybody's trying to buy during Christmas, and he jumps through hoops and bounds to try to get this little doll, and at the end he ends up getting the doll. And so it's just a little short film, but it's set up in like a slapstick kind of comedy. And the character I play, he's like a Home Alone robber dude. Bro, what is it? A sticky bandit. He's like a sticky bandit style character. That's the character's type shit based off.
I bet that shit funny, man.
So yeah, that's a little.
I wait for my first starring role too. Goddamn, yeah. Somebody come and snatch Unk, man.
Well, I let him know because that's just the thing in 2026. We're gonna try to do some other short films, and we are actually on the cool. We actually already completed a whole other film. We did the the soundtrack. I don't know if they're called soundtracks, but
yeah,
they are soundtracks anymore. You still call them soundtracks? So we did the soundtrack. I did the opening song with Smoke. Lonnie from Taylor Made Fades is actually in that one, and Jesse Sachs and Too Swift also is the one who edited that one. It's called The Kids. That one's completed, and that one's supposed to be coming out next.
That's what's up, man.
We did those two, and we're in the middle of shooting another third one. But that one's taking a little bit longer because the casting hasn't been finalized yet. But I play like a mobster villain in that one too. So I'm doing a bunch of different kind of little roles and shit, trying to spread my wings on this little acting shit with Smoke, because he's trying to keep up the momentum, and me and him, we're clicking on some creative shit. And so hopefully you'll see, more of these short films coming out this year. But I want to try to, expand that and kind of help out with my ladies brand, Beauty Dungeon. Shout out to C. We're trying to, spread the wings of that a little bit more. And it's stressful having a business. Shout out to all my small business owners, because you think when you have a small business, like, man, I want to get bigger and I'm going to do this. And then once you get bigger, baby, the headaches get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So trust and believe, I've been there. And if you have a small business right now and you're going through it, man, I feel you, because nobody fucking writes any shit. Yeah, and no one gives you a pamphlet, dog. No one gives you any instructions. And then a lot of people will try to charge you or make you feel stupid for asking questions. I mean, everybody charges because, the game's to be sold. It ain't to be told out here. So they're going to charge you for courses and this, that, the third. But, man, ain't nothing like a little...
I used to have a problem with that saying, man. Still do. But
the game is to be sold.
But I'm going to tell you.
I don't live my life like that, bro. I'm not a gatekeeper. Y'all see me.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I seen a pimp talk about this, right? And dude asking for some certain type of information, and the pimp charged him, right? And he said, I could have gave him this information for free, but the reason why I charged him, because now he got money invested into this knowledge. He's not going to just sit back and just fuck off his money. Yeah. He's going to go take care of his business now. Okay, what I'm saying? So that made me understand.
Because in that essence, that's the same thing as like if you're about, like we were talking about on the last podcast, but like if you're about to go teach somebody to turn some soft into some hard and they do not know how to do this and you're about to put them on some game, then that's something that's a reasonable charge for, okay, I'm going to charge you this much. I'm going to show you this one time and then you can take off. But the type of shit that I be giving out, that type of shit that people try to charge little courses for and shit like that. And like, fuck this. I'm going to smoke a fucking a cone right here and ramble on for 30 minutes about some shit that I feel like everybody needs to know because my stupid ass didn't know before I started this business. So that's just how I am, bro. I'm not really one for trying to score points, dog. I don't give a shit. I think that's the thing about that maybe makes me, bro, because I don't give 2.5 shits about scoring points with nobody, bro. Like, that's just the way I move, bro. Like, I'm just here, you know what I mean? I'm in my own zone. I'm going through, hey, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? I'm doing my own thing. So I don't really pay attention to that shit, and you know what I mean? So I just try to... That's kind of how... You know what I mean? I move how I move.
What I be doing, man, the game is giving free from me, man. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I give it for free, because after I give it to you, I want to see what you're going to do with it.
Fuck yeah, dog. I like to see somebody use it.
Facts,
you know what I mean? And like...
Facts, man.
I feel like...
Facts, man.
I like to... Me personally, I like to see people level up. You know what I mean? I really do.
Facts,
like,
man.
For instance, like my homeboy, Mollywop. Y'all know him as Mollywop. That's my homeboy E. So, Mollywop was... Early on, you know, he was iffy about doing a lot of things. One of them was like jumping into the suite and, you know, starting the business and taking the rent and having overhead and this, that, and the third. And then, so I helped him ease into that. We got into that. And then he was like, how can I do this? And how can I do that? And I was like, bro, let's start the LLC. And he was, for a while, he was like, okay, bro, we're going to do it. And we probably said, we were seeing each other, I mean, all the time, but we came back to that conversation a few times and it didn't happen. And finally, he just fucking took the plunge and pulled the trigger. And then we started Mollywop Productions LLC for him. And then now he's just consistently chugging. And the business is blossoming. And now he's got his lady involved with him now. They're, you know, photography and video type of 2-hit combo. So I've been watching my homeboy just progress, you know what I mean? And it's good to see that. Like, that's the shit I'm about, because it gives you inspiration, because you're in the same boat. You're just trying to grow your motherfucking tree the same way when you're a small business. Yeah, it's growing a tree. You gotta have patience for this shit. You gotta have patience for this shit. And sometimes them little trees don't make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, plant another seed, water that motherfucker again, and start over. And one of them fucking attempts was gonna work. So
see, that's why when it came to the merch, man, when me and Kobe like really popped with it. I remember one Easter I think it was like Easter 2000. I think it was Easter 2000, man. And just everybody was coming. It was right before Easter was coming. Everybody was coming for, Wave Guard Supreme outfits. Wave Guard Supreme, yeah. And Sidney Nicholson had posted on Facebook. He's like, God damn. It's Wave Guard Supreme all over the park. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I like. Yeah, Cole, it's time for us to get us a brick and mortar. You know what I'm saying? Where people can come in and shop, because I didn't, I'm really just trying to put on for the city. You know what I'm saying? And keep our name relevant and alive. We're not just rappers and poets and all this different type of stuff. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
all for the entrepreneurship, bro.
So, and I'm gonna let y'all know, man. This is gonna be a 3-part interview, man. Like, for real, because I'm really loving the interview with Johnny, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, this got to be like a 3-part interview, because I do want to talk about fatherhood and what because I've watched him. I watched him in this process from when his youngsters was youngsters. Now they look like grown men in the ring busting ass, and I want to talk about that part. But
let's get it.
I know that's gonna be just like this conversation. It's gonna be a minute, and this shit needs to be said, and then I'll have to bring it back again, because I want y'all to know about the entrepreneurship, because I watched the dungeon when y'all first got it to where Shawty's at now, and how you doing it, man. So like, this is one of the main reasons I wanted Loud on the podcast, bro, because like I say, I sit back and watch everything. Man. Everything that's going on in the city, especially if you fuck with music. Yeah. I'm watching your life unfold on Facebook and through your businesses and things like this. Yeah. So these are things that, like, for the ones that are under us and trying to come up, man, and trying to do the things that we've done or we're doing, bro. Y'all need to know this type of information, man. From fucking being the fathers, good parents, to learning to be self-made, and all this information is right here with this cat right here,
and bro. Let me tell you like this. Look, if you're watching this right now and you don't know who I am, follow me. Find me on here, John Deliano. Find me on here and hit me up. You have any questions? You need some game on when it comes to this small business shit.
You got the news you can use.
You need some. You have any type of questions about business, anything. I promise you, I'm going to hook you up with an answer, or I'm going to point you in the right direction where you need to go. If you have any type of questions, even if it's not a business that's pertaining to me, I bet you I'll find you an answer to it and point you in the right direction. And even with the music shit too, even with, whatever the case may be, if you need some help and you're from this city, I'm with the support, dog. Because like I said, I worked too long breaking this shit down and being destructive. Now it's time for me to build from the bottom up. So if you're a small business owner in the city and you need some guidance, hit me up.
And the thing about this, man, if you follow Johnny the way I follow him, bro, he been preaching this right here for like the past 5 years, bro. Trying to give people information on Facebook when he goes live about business. You know what I'm saying? About stocks and bonds. He's always dropped these gems, bro.
I'm gonna be
shit, man.
You know what? I'm consistently gonna say it over and over again, is because nobody told me shit. They left me standing in line like a fucking dumbass holding a bunch of papers, not knowing where the fuck to go, not knowing what window to go to. You know what I mean? Nobody put me on game about shit. I had to make a lot of mistakes so that I could give y'all this game. I had to lose a lot of money so that I could give y'all this game. I've lost money in the street game, and you can make that money back very quickly. When you lose money in the legal game, that shit hurts you like 100 times over.
You ain't lying, man. You're not
because
lying.
It's a totally different type of cash flow. Your capital doesn't come in the same speed that capital comes in the street game. So, man, I've taken $10,000 losses in the street game, and then I've taken $10,000 losses legitly, and that shit doesn't feel the same. So
you appreciate your money, I tell you that, boy.
Yeah, and man, I've been through it. So if you've been, man, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. One of the businesses that I tried to invest in collapsed in development during COVID because COVID fucked it up, bro. Yeah. All the crews got fucking sick, like one right after another. Oh, the electrical guys, oh, the frame guys, oh, the fucking plumbers all got COVID. And I'm here. I don't got to tell y'all about that year. Fuck that year. Fuck that year. So, anyways, I had a business on 6 points that I was trying to develop. It was salon suites for women, basically hairdressers and people that do makeup and waxing and shit. They were gonna have their own salon suites, kind of similar to Salons by JC over there on Staples. So I was gonna mimic. I basically was gonna mimic that. But in the middle of that development deal, I ran out of money. So I fucking ended up having a fucking chunk deuce to that deal, like $70K deep, bro. I lost $70K on that deal. And this is like, I don't tell too many people that, but this is something real. But check this out. This is where I'm going with it. I was weaked out about that shit, dog.
No, the fuck you were.
Yeah, because there isn't no front. Go back to the plug and ask to front me some more bricks to make.
No, because at this time I'm legit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm legit, so I'm like, bro, this is like a total over like, I don't know, a year and a half maybe. I was already deep into this deal. And this is like my second deal, bro, or third deal. My first 2 deals didn't really work out. I mean, no, actually Beauty Dungeon worked out, but a couple of my other deals prior to that didn't really work out. So I'm a year and a half into this deal, and I'm like, fuck, man. I'm fucking waist deep in this. So anyways, long story short, deal went bad. COVID hit, whatever. Lost $70K. Got all sad. Didn't know what to do. I went and talked to, I'm not going to say his name because I'm going to mention how much money it was. But I went and talked to, I bumped into a local entrepreneur that I kind of look up to who had a restaurant and a small club here. And so anyways, we start chopping it up just about regular shit. And he starts asking me about business, and because he's rooting for me. And I kick the sad news and feel sorry for myself. And he's like, man, don't feel bad, bro. I lost, he said like $330,000 in another deal. And I was like, whoa. I'm sorry, homie, but that just made me feel better. We're at the same place, and we just found out that we live by the same area and shit, and where we're talking at is, in vicinity to our house. So we're in the same fucking boat. You know what I mean? We're not down bad. We're not the richest. We're not down bad, but we just both try to invest some shit. And so I'm like,
losses. 2 men
and took losses. And I'm like, man, you know what, dog? I hate to say this, but hearing that makes me feel better, dog. So just know there's always somebody who's going through what you go through as a small business owner. There's always somebody that's going to feel your pain. So if you got to ask questions, fucking ask questions. Ain't no such thing as a dumb question. Man, that's one. If there's one thing my older heads taught me is that closed mouths don't get fed. If you got to be the squeaky wheel to get changed, then be the squeaky wheel.
Oh bullshit.
I say that shit.
Exodus, after you get done, because Freak was on YouTube making comments too.
Oh, Exodus. Okay, and then this is before Exodus, but shout out to Chris Beers. I've known Chris Beers since I was 5 years old, dog. That's the coolest white boy. That boy's down right there. That's my guy. He has a rolling barbecue business, and he's another entrepreneur, man. He took the leap from being, I think, in automotive. I think tires. He had a tire shop or automotive shop, And then he just took a leap and started making barbecue and took off. And now he makes barbecue. He pulls up and cooks and shit.
That's what's
pop-ups.
That's what...
And as he's done so successful, he was able to leave the other shit behind type shit. But shout out to my guy right there. But so after this little shitty ass fucking venture I had where I lost some bread, I get into this other venture that Freak's talking about, Exodus. Exodus was another idea that I had, and I was able to bring it into fruition. But what it was Exodus was a club style venue that you could rent. So what I did was I basically rented out a club style venue. We made it look like a club, and we rented it out to people throwing parties who didn't want to throw a party at a venue, because you go to a lot of venues in the city and they're just like cafeteria tables with metal chairs and like, you know, or it looks like a damn wedding is about to happen. And sometimes people don't want all that. They
charge you $4 million.
Yeah, they want to charge you $4 million. You're like, bro, I don't need the fucking icing shaped corner. You know, I don't need the wood sculpture. Like, so some people,
facts, man.
You know what I mean? Some people, AKA my demographic, you know what I mean? Sometimes we just want a nice venue to listen to some music and have some drinks. We don't give a fuck about all that other funky ass shit.
Yeah.
We don't care about the tablecloths and the this. We'll bring our own shit. So I was able to get with those types of people that wanted to throw quick parties. It was all sorts of people, man. We had all sorts of parties there. And then the artists that were coming through, I was just straight up doing a deal with them. Like, hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all need a place to throw a show? Come fuck with me. I'll give you the stage. You bring your own DJ. If I gotta bring one, then this is the price. But y'all motherfuckers can have the door, or we can work something out, and then I'm gonna sell my shit at the bar, and y'all can make a little bread. So y'all can bring your merch. I don't want none of that money. Y'all can set up. So they were doing that, and it was big enough where they could set up their little merch in the back, and they could do their. But it was crazy though, OG, because I did it at first for the rap artists.
Yeah.
And we got a little bit of motion with them, but it was the motherfucking heavy metal heads that kept me in rotation every weekend, bro.
Yeah.
And those motherfuckers have an organic ass following like a motherfucker. And they steady stayed in there, bro. I heard a lot of fucking different local music that I hadn't heard before. You know what I mean? Because I hear some crazy shit because of my lady. My lady sees a metalhead and she puts me on some crazy ass shit. Fucking, so I hear all sorts of shit. Job for a Cowboy, all sorts of crazy ass shit that she has. And to hear it locally, I'm like, damn, this is pretty dope.
Something dope, ain't it?
Yeah. So I'm like, some of it's a little off the wall, you know what I mean? But some of it was
my place.
Like, because check it out, D, at this particular time, I'm like, we don't have our liquor license yet. Right. Okay. So the system that we have for sales is set up in a certain way that I don't feel the best about. So I'm waiting for us to get our liquor license, right?
Yeah.
I had a business partner that basically doesn't have any felonies. He was my business partner. I had a felony though. So I was like, hey, go get the liquor license. Yeah, already. We'll get it under your name just to get the ball rolling. Motherfucking money never got there. The liquor license never got paid for. Or whatever the story is, whatever. It didn't happen. Okay, so in the process of that, to make a long story short, I come to find out I have been paying rent through that dude. So after that went sour, I was like, let me talk to the motherfucker. What do you call it? The landlord. Let me go talk to him. So I go, and he's basically like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I'm so and so. All the money you've been getting has basically been coming from me. So let's just X homeboy out. You're gonna be dealing with me from now on. but I want to do business a certain way, and that's in a check. I want to write you a check. I want to, a receipt for that, and I want the contract, the lease. I want it under my business name. So long story short, after me and that landlord had that meeting, this fool starts busting out with things that I owe him. Oh, okay, well, before we do that, you owe me rent. But the money that I spent to get the AC fixed won't be reimbursed. And he's like, but you still have to get your own electrical switched over, which I did. We own an electrical company, so I made that shit happen real quick. So I'm like, well, what else? Oh, and you owe me $3,000 or something for this water bill because your side was using water and it's connected to this and that. He made, I don't know, it was just some dumbass shit. And I'm like, bro, that ain't our problem. That was never in any type of discussion. Like, I'm not going to do that to me. Who the fuck you think you are? I'm like, so.
Trying to get a motherfucker to pay your water bill.
Yeah, so then he locks me out, right? He locks me out one day. And we're like, what the fuck? We're locked out. Like, what the fuck? So call homeboy. He's like, till y'all pay that water bill, lock you out.
What the fuck does that with you? The fuck?
My homeboy was like, bro, they don't have a leg to stand on. Let's go downtown real quick. So we go downtown, we go to Justice of the Peace, file a complaint at like 10:30. At 2 p.m., the constable's already calling us. Hey, we're over here. They're opening this thing. So we're like, okay, cool. So we pulled up. We get to the spot. We're like, fuck, dude, we're gonna fucking. What do we do, bro? This fool's being shady as fuck. My homeboy's like, fuck it. Let's just. Yo, hello. My homeboy's like, let's just take everything out and put it away in a storage and let's just relocate because this dude's being shady. So while we're doing this, the other homeboy who had a shop came over and basically put us on game and was like, hey, the landlord's being shady, bro. He wanted me to do some shady shit and basically to help him out to get y'all stuff and yada, 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 whatever. He's like, I'm just letting y'all know, fool. That fool's fucking, he's no good, dog. We're like, what the fuck? Fuck this motherfucker. So long story short, we get out of there. He calls the cops on us. They pull up. They start just popping off at the mouth, telling the fucking laws that I'm threatening their lives. Like, all this crazy shit, bro. Cause a scene, whatever. Long story short, we got all our shit out. And I was never able to relocate to another spot. I looked for a few spots, bro, but I put a lot of money into that situation. Yeah. And just to get the rug pulled out from under me, because this fool didn't even end up being the landlord. That's the twist to it all. He ended up being the groundskeeper, property manager, groundskeeper. And he was pocketing that cash that we had been paying him, bro. And fucking when I went to reorganize the fucking situation, he got shook. You know what I mean? So he was gonna try to like muscle me, but that shit did not happen.
Facts.
That did not go as planned as he wanted. So what's crazy about that, bro, is that fool put a restraining order on me on that property, bro. He didn't let me go back to that property. And then fast forward some months later, my son coincidentally fights in an event at the one of the venues that he owns on that property. Somehow this fool finds out.
What?
Yeah, somehow he finds out that that's my son. How? I don't know, bro. I really don't. But he bans me from that fight. And he fucking he bans me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna pop no type of shit, bro. But what I'm gonna do, motherfucker, is I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna park in front of your venue, and you better not call the laws on me. I'm not gonna give you any trouble. I just want to be close to my son. Should he need me afterwards or whatever, I'm not gonna even get out of the car. So that was the agreement. Yeah. So I pull up and I'm chilling, and then a few of the homies are going to watch Devin fight.
Yeah.
You know, I see a few of the homies. Raul walked in and shit. My people, my brother, his uncles, Devin's uncles, the Gomezis, and anyways, a few of the homies. So like, I'm watching all my people go in, and then I'm watching I watched the property manager come out and like kind of like look around. So I see him, and then he's waiting, and then he comes out again, and I see two guys come and meet him, and it's Bo and Boyo and somebody else, and he has them watch the door. Yeah, so I'm like, this dude went. I don't know how that happened. I honestly do not know how that happened. I honestly don't even know if they knew that like he was having to watch the door because of me. I don't even think that they knew.
Dog. That's crazy work.
Yeah,
man.
so luckily my son won that fight and it was all good. I rolled over about it, but yeah, bro, that fucking he did me dirty. So.
Yeah, that sorry son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't gonna never be blessed, man.
I heard all his electrical fell out of his wires and shit.
That's what his ass get, man. That's God don't like ugly, man. God don't like ugly, man. That's just what his dumb ass get, dog.
Yeah, dog. It was, but that's what happened with that, and then I just couldn't kind of roll it over, and I couldn't find the right spot, and man, but I loved that experience as well. Because it's going to give me an opportunity to get it right next time should I proceed in going through with it. I think it was nice on paper and it was coming to fruition. It's just the problem with business, man. The more moving parts, the more difficult it is for the gears to all work as one. Yeah. So that's my way of saying that I need to do this shit on my own to kind of like oversee everything because I'm a real perfectionist and I like things done a certain fucking way. But at the same time, that's what's kind of made me stay afloat in business in a certain way. Even though not every business I started has been successful, they have been able to withstand a period of time and not have to fall or succumb to something that I did necessarily. Like, I didn't know COVID was going to fucking sweep the nation. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that this fool was going to be a snake in the grass. But the ideas, they were good and they were working. You know, the people supported. Even when we managed Vino Mio, you know what I'm saying? When that was going on. Did you ever get to go to Vino Mio? Yeah, man, okay. Look. Hey, a lot of people supported Vino Mio. That's what I'm saying. I can't keep track of everybody.
I don't even remember if you remember. We had Jacoby's album release party there, and we had a lot
of shit going on.
Say, man.
Hey, if you're watching this and you were able to experience Vino Mio, let me know if y'all liked that because I thought that was a really good thing that we had going on.
You, we had Kobe's album release party at Vino Mio's, man. And we put out all type of flyers and everything. I did, and then we also did the Clint Peabody show. We performed. We had Nunu perform, Cash Nim perform.
I apologize, G. We did so much shit there in that short period of time. That's why I can't
say, man, I did not expect that type of turnout, man. When I tell you that bitch was lit, man, that bitch was I ain't gonna tell you. Only problem I had, bro, I had this badass fucking fur jacket on, man. This motherfucking dude, it wasn't that. This motherfucking dude just kept by rubbing my shit. I'm like, look at him, man. This is for the bitches. This ain't for no dudes, nigga. Let me come rubbing on my shit, nigga.
You know beautiful. What is that, velvet?
You feel like, bitch? Let me come rubbing on my shit. The bitches rubbing. Say, bro, but that man, Vino Mills with the say. I ain't even lie, bro. I had several dates there.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Look, I had several dates there, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro.
Food was good.
I'm not even gonna lie, dog. That's exactly what I had in wanted it to be. We had kind of talked about and kind of went for that type of vision, and we were able to kind of start executing it because the brunch too was live, bro. The brunch was because the shout out to Gentleman G and shout out to JR from the Zoo with Sweet Bay Easy Eats because they were handling the kitchen at the time.
Shit, that shit was
and
fire,
they were
dog.
killing it on
they
the
were
brunch.
Killing shit, dog.
Gentleman G would make this homemade jelly, dog. Like it was like a marmalade, like an orange jalapeno, or like I don't know, dog. But these fools were in there. This was what do you call it? This is some culinary shit, motherfucker.
Yeah,
this wasn't just cooking. These boys was in there because we had sushi. And then we had like some Mexican, we had some Mexican shit and some simple shit. And then we had the brunch going on too. So we had a lot of shit going on.
And the drinks was fire.
Yeah. And
say, look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I met 3 girls there, man, at Vino Mio's, man. And they became my best friends, dog. I'm talking about until everybody moved,
I ain't gonna
bro.
lie, my homeboy fucking Slime I don't know if you met his lady Becca over there, but I remember them like first engaging over there, and then I have another homeboy who met a chick over there. He's still with her, and fucking who else? But yeah, dog, I feel that shit.
They became my best friends, bro, and one of them we dated for 3 years, bro. And we all met at Vino Mio's, dog. Crazy.
Well, let me know in the comments if y'all supported that shit. But anyways, I was gonna say, my bad. I was gonna say that to say this. After experiencing Exodus and Vino Mio, my next venture would really try to be like an intimate style dinner club where it would cater to basically an older crowd. I'm not gonna get like specific, but like let's just say like 30 and up or 28 and up, because the majority of the music we're gonna be playing would be 90s R&B.
Yeah.
So I want it to be more of like an intimate vibe with music playing where you can take a woman.
Yeah.
And that's basically would be the niche of the club, is somewhere you could take a woman, bro. You know what I mean? Just on some cool player
nice
shit.
We can get a couple of live bands who do R&B covers,
yeah, and then just have all that shit. Covers, do 90s covers.
Yeah, man.
And have voices, do some 90s shit or whatever you keep doing that shit, my bad. Whatever you could cover. Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
And that should, exactly. So
that should be fire, bro.
You know, because when I was younger, I would always admire when I would see movies and you have a man looking player and he's with a lady dressed badass, and they go to this badass club and they have a waiter serving them and they're watching a live performance on a stage and it's someone singing.
That shit is ill.
I'm like, dog, that was so live. Like, let's say like, you know, whatever movie it is, Scarface has them, fucking any Goodfellas has them, whatever kind of movies, but you've seen it. So I'm like, man, what if we had something like that, but a new age, you know what I mean? New age type of version of that.
Well, motherfuckers actually get dressed, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what Vino Mio was, because I don't know if you remember, we had more of a dress code.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of, it was part of it, you know what I mean? Because people were able to do that. People were able to do that, and I think that's part of the whole vibe. It kind of set the whole vibe. You know what I mean? Not necessarily. And then to top it off, we had our own theme nights too. You know what I mean? Remember? Did we ever get it? We didn't ever get to do that Texas night, right? We were gonna have. Yeah, we're gonna. Dog, me, man, shit. That would have been tight, dog. Me and King were gonna have a Texas music night where we were gonna play nothing but Texas music all night long. It was gonna be on I want to say a Tuesday night. Man, I could almost remember. But
Texas Tuesdays, man.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Texas Tuesdays. And literally the week that we were gonna start it, the situation happened with the owner and shit over there. Another fucking situation that had nothing to do with me.
Damn, dog.
Nothing to do with me. And out of my hands, and we just had to eat it. But man, we were gonna have some innovative shit. And the motion over there was live, bro. You know, come to find out a few or a while later, the fucking the feds were out there watching us and shit. So I don't know. That shit was kind of weird.
That place was fly.
But I guess there was so much motion, you know what I mean?
That place was fly.
Time, so
for fly people, I don't give a fuck what color you was. If you was a fly motherfucker, a cool motherfucker, a gentleman, if you were a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? Vino Mio's was the spot to be, man.
Because on the cool, bro,
ladies.
I want to try to, like, the formula that I found out kind of not only works or what I like personally, you know, we try to try to personally make it happen, capping is when you kind of not limit but narrow down your audience or your demographic of people that you're trying to. It's one thing to just say, okay, I'm gonna open a taco shop, right? But with me, I'm all about. I'm with marketing and branding and shit like that. So you got to think about, okay, well, who do I want to focus on at this top? Your demographics. I take that seriously because I feel like that's the make it or break it of a business.
Yeah,
it's branding is everything with me, dog. And so I feel like, you know, you gotta you just gotta know who you're going after. And so that's why I'm kind of like specific with the idea of I want it to be an older crowd. I want to have R&B, but I want to have R&B from the 90s, and this is how I want it set up, and yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? So I already have the whole idea in my head of how I want it to go, but it's that way for a certain reason because it's like with unique ideas, they're either gonna hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? And if they hit, they'll hit dice. You know what I mean? So I'm all for the build up. You know what I mean? I'm all for the growing of the tree. You know what I'm talking about? So I love to see the blossom of the business. So we'll see what happens. But right now I'm just chilling, working on this Trill Talk podcast, and we're still working with of course Beauty Dungeon, and I'm on a cool aside, you know, behind the scenes. I'm heavy into electrical contracting, dog, and that shit is taking off. So man, I'm fucking busy as fuck. So don't be think I'm out here doing nothing, because I am, but I just don't put that shit on Front Street at all. So y'all don't know nothing about that, but we out here getting to it. But as far as like 2026 is gonna be concerned, man, I'm gonna try to put this music out and also focus on my goddamn knucklehead son, Dangerous Dev, man. So if y'all don't know, I got a son that boxes, Dangerous Dev Deliano. Y'all check him out when you see his name on Facebook. Click the link. Click the reels, and if there's any links, click the links because we are gonna try to come out some more content this year.
Let them know what stable he come out of.
Oh, we're at an LV Boxing Club. You know, when you see me representing LV Boxing Club to the fullest, there's my family over there, there's my guys. They work really hard, bro, and shit, they deserve every ounce of recognition that they're getting because those little fuckers work hard.
Ain't Arson Son's over there too, right? Yeah, Arson Banks' son over there too.
Shout out to Hitman Zay. Yeah. Hitman Holcomb, baby. He's right now, Zay is actually ranked number 4 in the nation in his age and weight class division. He's number 4 right now. So
nation?
In the nation. We just got the rankings back like a few weeks ago.
That's what's up, man.
And so that comes from putting in, a lot of participation in national tournaments.
Yeah.
So, that kind of separates the part-timers from the full-timers, baby. You know what I mean? So that's the type of boxing club my son's coming from right now. Very high quality. So they're going to do some big things this year. So shout out to LV Boxing Club and my boy Dangerous Dev Deliano. Actually, my other little son, Josiah, is going to make his debut sometime this year. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
He's 8. He just turned 8. So he does the same workout as all the other teenagers. They don't cut him no slack. So he's going to have to see if he's built for it. But he is, man. He's got the dog in him early. So a lot of kids don't have the dog in them. So yeah. And you guys, you fathers know what I'm talking about. Some kids just got that dog in them. So yeah, that's Josie. He's one of those.
Well, man, we believe it or not, we done ran through 2 hours like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I like about the podcasting, man. Is like the time go by, you never know the information and the stories be hella lit. They be super good, especially over here on the Ridin platform, man. You know, so we always gonna give you the juice, man.
Yeah,
but
sure.
like I say, this is gonna be a 3-part episode because I want to come back with Delano, man, and talk about fatherhood, which is part of, you know, he gave you a little bit about Dev, but we're gonna dive deeper into that part of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being a father, taking care of his responsibility.
Hey, loud love the kids. Loud love the kids, baby. Loud love the kids.
You know what I'm saying? And not giving up and taking care of your thing, taking care of your business as being a father and stuff like that. And then after that, because I know that talk gonna be just as long as topic because it's a hell of a topic.
Yeah.
I want to come back with the entrepreneurship and the things. You even got a little bit of that, but we finna get the news that you could use, you know what I'm saying? The information and the help because, like I said, man, when it comes to these 3 topics and the 3 things that's going on, man, this man is a staple in this city and these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know him or not, whether he's behind the scenes, man, this brother has always had motion. Like I said, I done been at Vino Mio's and that bitch was lit. I done been there. I done been to Exodus and that bitch was lit. You know what I'm saying? Now we know why the shit ain't here no more. It got a little deeper. So,
yeah, no,
so
I ain't having to break the news, but we're going to keep it real right now.
Nigga done had some live shit going on, man. So we're going to get back to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with us on, man. Look, the talk show, man, with my boy John Delano, Loudmouf.
Yes, sir.
You know
Trill.
in association with the Ridin High podcast, man. It's always love over here. The OG gonna be back with you. This shit here is not over, man.
Yeah, nah,
this
man.
shit is not over, man.
Yeah.
And I got some bad news, but it's kind of like some good news. Went to go take my physical for my CDL today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And I got some bad news because of my injury. I got to go see a orthopedic so they can sign some papers or a psych doctor or some shit like that so they can sign some papers in order for me to get into class. So my class got pushed back to February, which is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Just a bump in the road,
yeah, that's all
just a bump in the road.
That's all it is, just a bump in the road. Yeah. And we gonna knock this shit out before my class starts. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So. Man, bro, I love you, man. You really one of my dudes out here in the city, man. I appreciate you for coming through, man. Anytime you want me on Trill Talk, it's something that you feel like you need to talk about, man. You know I'm always there. They ain't gonna never be like I'm not showing up. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all do me that favor, man. If y'all never check me out, I also have my own podcast, so y'all check it out. Trill Talk with Loud. I'll go check it out on the same network. Ridin High Podcast Network, baby. Come check it out. You know what I'm talking about?
And you see how Ridin High do, boy. We got platform after platform. Yeah. If you need to know what's going on in sports, come to Ridin High. If you need to know what's going on in the latest music in the city, come to Ridin High. If you need some old school news, come to Ridin High. If you need some entrepreneurship, come to Ridin High. Nigga, it's jamming over here, man. And we gonna fuck with y'all next week. Big way.